Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is Sunday here in the U.S., and it is Easter Sunday. And we got up early, bright and early this morning, only after a few hours sleep because we did a lot of sleeping on the aircraft. And we are here in our first experience back to the U.S. for breakfast on our Sunday morning is Waffle House, which is a tradition here in the South, a traditional place to go and have breakfast, especially right here in the Charleston area.
Yay!
So anyway, we're gonna have some breakfast here, and then there's a mess around the house that has to be cleaned up, and we'll be taking care of that later on. But we just wanted to let you know we all made it here safe and sound, and thank you for all the nice comments of everybody who wished us a safe and non-eventful trip back to the U.S. We are here. We're going to get things done, and then we'll see what happens with the rest of the videos as we go along. So anyway, thank you for all your support. And oh, by the way, this is the Toyota I have here. And I can almost guarantee you that this one right here would never have fit down the driveway and into the garage inside Villa Feliz. But that's okay. We were successful with the Hilux getting inside there, and that's probably one of the biggest vehicles we'll ever have to worry about getting into that driveway.
Unless you buy me a small one.
Then unless she gets a smaller one, and then we'll use that all the time inside the garage. So anyway, we're gonna go hit up on some waffles here at Waffle House and start our American experience. And anyway, without further delay, let's get today's video underway.
He's the Filipino. I wish I was still here when he gets here because oh my god!
Anyway, this is crazy. We're here at the Waffle House, and this is Julie, and Julie was our service provider here, and we were getting ready to pay our bill, and I have no idea what's going on here right now, but Julie said
all taken care of today.
She said our bill is taken care of. I have no idea how that happened. Is there a mysterious person in the background back here somewhere? I don't know.
Please. Sunday is Easter, you know, unless you say.
Welcome to America. Thank you, Julie.
Thank
you so much. It's crazy. Well, no groceries in the ref at the house, and a dead battery in one of our vehicles. So our first stop this morning is Walmart. I think Walmart, there's a saying over here that if Walmart doesn't have it, you don't need it. So we're gonna go see if we can get some jumper cables and get a few things to throw inside the ref so we have some food in the house. So even as lush as I like to keep my yard here in the U.S., remember, I was always trying to make the my U.S. yard look like the Philippines because I love a tropical environment. So I have lots of palms, I have banana plants, I have all kind of tropical lush around this house. But the difference in the climate in the U.S. from the Philippines is that we have a cold season. Even in the deep south here in South Carolina, right on the coastline in Charleston, we still have things like freezes and hard freezes. And hard freezes are hard on plants and vegetation such as palms and especially banana plants, because banana plants are 90+% water. They're nothing but water membranes. So anyway, let me show you what I have to do each time. Let me take my gloves off so I can grab the camera. And it all comes back, but we don't have the full season, the full growing season that we do in the Philippines. So what I have to do every year is I have to come here. It's like my sago palms. You see my sago palms? We had a really hard frost. It was in, I believe it was January. We had this super hard frost, and it was an unusual frost. Sometimes the season here, you can go through a full season and you won't have a hard frost, and the banana plants are still good. And if I can get 2 years here on my property here in Charleston without a frost, I can actually get bananas from my banana plants. But if you get a frost like this, you see all my banana plants, you see where they are right now. You have to cut them off down. They'll come back again. And if you see in the center of this one, that's one of the leaves that's going to come out here in the spring. A lot of them will go down all the way to the ground. You don't see them here, but way down in the bottom down there, you will see, if you were to cut down inside it, but I don't cut down that far to the base. And they will sprout some more leaves, and they'll be full-size banana plants. These banana plants will get, this year alone, they will probably get about, I'm going to say 8 to 10 foot tall. Now look at this Washingtonia palm right here. Look at all the prawns on there. They will have to be trimmed off. And the thing is, it doesn't hurt anything. You will cut this. You'll see this growth right here. We'll keep this. What we'll do is we'll trim right around that deadened area and just leave the green. We'll just use some scissors, some pruning scissors. We'll cut that back, but all of this, we'll cut all of this off right here. Here's an example of, this is a this isn't a regular banana plant for like the big one in the backyard and one on the side of it here. This is more ornamental. I have lots of ornamental. These are ornamental right here, and you see what happened to these, but they will all come back. And this is a calamondin plant right here, and it's actually, and the reason it's doing so good, it gets the rain off of the roof all the time. And I put this is actually a buffer pad inside here. The buffer pad is it's a buffer. It's used on a buffer, but it keeps, when the rainwater comes off of the roof and drops down, instead of knocking out all of the soil inside there, it goes through that buffer pad. It acts like a buffer, as a matter of fact, and it drains through the bottom. I have good drainage. Here, let me show you this plant right here. This is a and it looks dead. You see, it looks absolutely dead, but you see that little growth right there? That little growth tells me it is still alive, and we will get calamondin from that one. We usually get a lot off of that plant right there. Ornamental bamboo, you see right here, it doesn't spread, it's not invasive. It will need a little bit of trimming back. It's growing a little bit wild right here, but the yard is an absolute mess. This is what happens when you're gone for 15 months and nothing really gets done. Well, Ness did a good job of cutting the yard and keeping it kind of clean, but the heavy duty stuff of all the trimming, I want you to look at some of the palms here. The palm back here, look at this, the sago palm right here, and this one right here is going to have to, all this has to come off. Look at the Japanese maples here. They're coming back great. I just have to pull them away from the house a little bit. I need to start training them away. But these are all of my banana plants. And I want you to see the azalea. Oh, this is actually a tangerine. We should get some great tangerines. Look at, it's coming back great. I got to get rid of these weeds. Tons and tons of weeds. Look at all of these weeds. Absolutely horrible. This is azalea. Charleston is known for its azalea plants. They have a festival here named after the azalea. It's the Azalea Festival in Summerville, South Carolina, which is a part of just outside of the main part of Charleston, South Carolina. And this is my koi pond. You're going to watch me finish this off This is the waterfall right here. It's never been activated. All the plumbing is in place, but I still have to do some life support system on this, and this is going to be one of the DIY things that I'm going to show you about during my stay here during part of the summer here in Charleston, South Carolina. And we'll get to more things later on. Right now I need to do some pruning, and I'm just trying to get a head start. And then I picked up, you saw I picked up that weed and feed. Right now is the time of year to put weed and feed down. What weed and feed does, it actually it puts so much of, I think it's nitrogen is what it puts inside the soil, and it's at a very high dosage level. And what it does, it doesn't affect the grass, but the weeds love it. And you think, well, why would I want to feed the weeds? Because you overfeed the weeds. What happens, you make them burn themselves out, and that's what weed and feed does. It's enough of the other ingredients. You have like 3 different things, like potassium, nitrogen, and I forgot what the other one was, and you have 3 of them, but certain ones do good on certain types of plants. But what the whole objective is you want to burn out all your weeds. Let them burn out so that you can have healthy grass, and let the grass grow in, and the grass will end up smothering any weeds and become very strong. Well, anyway, let me get back to the clipping, and I need to get this done. Nessa's cooking inside the house right now. Well, anyway, that's about it for today. I'm pooped. I got all the grass taken care of. I still got some work to do up here in the front yard. I still have the area over there by a bunch of banana bushes, banana trees. I still got this sago palm down here. I got this whole area here. A lot of weeding that I've got to do. And there's the mess out there. You see that? That was the mess from the yard. They come and they have a truck that comes by and they pick up all the leaves and the limbs and things like that when you clean up your yard around here. The city takes care of that, but it's still kind of a mess over here. Out in the backyard and these areas, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Well, it looks like these trees on the side of the house are actually doing pretty good. I planted these about 3 years ago, I think. 3 years ago. I think this one, I believe, is a peach tree. And I believe this is a plum tree right here. I don't see any blossoms on this one, but there are plenty of blossoms on the peach tree. So I'm hoping that we get some peaches this year on this one right here. I believe we will. I think this one is going to have to be replaced. I remember this one, we had some insect infestation. We had a big ant bed or something like down in the bottom of it, and we were never able to get rid of those. So that one is going to have to be replaced. But maybe we'll get some fruit this year, probably at the end of the summer. Also, remember, we have calamandim, we have calamansi, and we have tangerine. So we should be getting some fruits from those as well. So anyway, I'm kind of bushed. I was pretty busy over here doing all the pruning of all the palms and the sago palms over here, the washingtonias over here. Well, anyway, there goes a full day's worth of working and cleaning up around the house. You see all the palm trees, they don't even look hardly like palm trees anymore, but I had to get that dead growth from all that cold weather that they had over, I think, around January of this year. I can see a lot of effects of a lot of hard freeze going on here. Even my evergreens, you see how the evergreens are spread apart right here. They shouldn't be like this at all. They should be nice and round, but I think they got some damage from the cold. Even some of the bamboo here. The year before last, or the year before that. Normally over the wintertime, the bamboo survives really good unless you get really sub-0 degree weather, and that's what happened here. But it'll come back. Bamboo is very robust and not much of a problem. Anyway, it's the end of the day, and these are the rules. These are the rules on our porch. Take a nap, feel the breeze, read a book, converse, listen to the birds, sip a drink, and relax. Well, out of all of those, I think what I'm going to do right now, I think I'm going to sip a drink. and relax. I think I'm going to relax because the whole day has been spent. The whole day has been spent doing yard work, and although I still have several days of yard work to do, because when you neglect working around your house for over a year, well over a year, on a building project in a foreign country, there's a mess that's left when you come back. I don't have a gardener here like we do back in the Philippines. Luckily we do. As a matter of fact, I was just watching him on the CCTV. We can see what's going on in the yard right now, and hopefully the dogs are being fed, and I see our gardener. He's out there and he's doing the watering of the yard, so that's a good thing. Tomorrow again, a bunch of the same thing for me here, working in the yard. The front yard, a lot of it was done. It's not complete yet. Still got some of the banana plants that need trimming. A lot of banana plants. Remember, we had that cold weather. And this is the worst. This is the worst I've ever seen the banana plants before. They're all the way down to basically they're going to be starting from ground level and going back up. But the nice thing about banana plants, everything that's inside the ground, they grow back up again. There's no problem. All the ones that you had before, they will come back again. It'll just take twice as long. It'll take about 2 years if we don't get another hard freeze to get to the size that we had before we had the freeze last year. So those will come back. Even the palms are very robust. We lost a lot of the leaves and the prawn. I think they call them prawns. The big pieces that come off that look like the big leaves on there. We lost most of those on there, but they're very robust, and those come back again as well. So it's probably not going to be until I think at the end of the summer when the whole yard will look tropical again. Oh, by the way, I want you to see the mangoes that we have here. These are my mangoes that I've been growing here over the last about 2 or 3 years. They don't get really big because we have them in these small pots, and they're inside the sunroom here. And this is an avocado, and avocado is very underwatered right now. It's not dead. It's still, it'll have all new growth coming right here, but it sucks up a lot more water, it seems, the avocado does, than the mango plants do. And these actually survived. Ness was back in the Philippines for about 3 months. But she came during the winter time, and they weren't watered for that 3 months over the winter time. The mangoes did great. The avocado, but definitely needs a little bit more water. So we have to make sure that we have some type of watering routine, or have somebody come in the next time. She's gone for that amount of time. Remember, our mango trees inside the Philippines isn't going to have any problem because they're outside and they're in the ground and they're going to get rain. Plus, we have our gardener there as well. So, again, tomorrow, more yard work, and then pretty soon we will get back, or I will get back on the koi pond project. And the koi pond project, I will show you, the koi pond is in the ground, it's built, but all the life support has to be installed, all the different type of filtration systems. So for those of you who are interested in building koi ponds, I'll show you. I have some old videos, some old pictures of the koi pond from 2016 when I started building it, and we went to the Philippines before it was completed. All the pipes are in the ground. Nothing has been terminated with life support, meaning the filters. We have biological filter, we have UV filter, we have mesh filter, we have skimmer filters, and we have pump. All those things. There's just the pipes that are in the backyard. They haven't been hooked up to any of the devices yet. So that'll be interesting for those of you who are interested in doing koi ponds. I will order some of those parts as well, and I will bring those back to the Philippines, and we will put those behind Villa Feliz as well. Some of the in-ground filtration system with the aeration, and we'll probably pick up all the filters and the and the pump. We'll probably pick most of those up in the Philippines. So anyway, I'm gonna stop babbling here. I'm gonna close for today. We're gonna close for today. And if there's anything interesting tomorrow, if it's just pulling weeds, I am not gonna involve you guys with pulling weeds. But if there's anything interesting, I always have the GoPro available. So until tomorrow, if you enjoyed today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right-hand side of your screen over there. And there, is it there?
Yeah.
I think it's over there. I don't know. I think it's there? Okay. So, but if you click on that, you'll be subscribed and you'll be notified next time we upload a new video. So until that time, you have a wonderful and blessed day.